is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
And you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny.
With me in your head because I didn't.
No, I did. I told
hear
you.
Any of this. This is all like completely new stuff. So weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because the thing's right in your face. $10 seconds.
This is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now. The Knockem Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem.
This is Ruth Buzzy, and I'd like you to know how much I love the Knockem Dead radio show coming to you live on govsradio.com. Oh, you make me laugh. You really do. Oh, please. I can't do this anymore.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Voice, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
The Knockem Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around. Steve Knockem.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for right now.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for right now.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
This is Ruth Buzzy, and I'd like you to know how much I love the Knockem Dead radio show coming to you live on govsradio.com. Oh, you make me laugh. You really do. Oh, please. I can't do this anymore.
You say there, people. It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Voice, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Hi. It's Monday. It's yucky out there, but it's cool and sunny in here.
You're so weird.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. It is Monday, August
9th.
August 9th. August is flying already. August 9th. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Joan. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Beansy. Nice to see everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed a fun show here at Governor's Comedy Club, like maybe Tom Cotter, who was here over the weekend. If you'd like to see a great comedy show, head on over to govs.com. That's where you can see the schedule for the clubs and make your reservations. McGuire's in Bohemia, the brokerage in Belmore, and Governor's right here in Levittown. Govs.com. Don't forget govsradio.com. Don't forget, hello, Lynn. Don't forget where you guys are watching. Govs Comedy Club Radio. Hello, Andy. Govs Comedy Club Radio, that is the name of the YouTube channel. Please copy and share this show that's playing right now to all your social media platforms. Please subscribe to the Govs Comedy Club Radio YouTube channel. And just tell everybody you know about this great station with all sorts of great shows, like Almost Irish Podcast.
Yeah.
Like Films on Tap.
Mm-hmm.
Like Donversations. Like Christy Unleashed. Like The Work that's on tonight. Like Steve Squared that's on tonight. All sorts of great stuff. We got more shows coming your way soon. We'll have announcements coming your way. We're working and shaking and grooving and moving and
stuff,
busting and stuff. What else? You ran the Knockem Dead Comedy Ed?
I ran them a bunch.
I figured. All right. Well, speaking of Knockem Dead Comedy, that's the first thing I'll bring up from our weekend.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Knockem Dead Comedy returned. We returned 2 weeks ago when Sallie and I handled a game show.
You mean the murder, like your Knockem Dead murder mysteries?
Right. We're just, it's nice to be back in action a couple weeks ago just doing anything. But this is our bread and butter. This is what we're mainly known for. This is my personal favorite thing to do, our murder mysteries. And we were back in action this past weekend. A private party right in your hometown of Massapequa.
Yeah, that was weird. You left to go do the show. Well, normally, I mean, a lot of times, especially murder mysteries, like we travel like all over Long Island. We'll travel outside of Long Island.
Yes.
And it's sometimes it's, kind of a road trip. And it was so weird. You left.
Yes.
And then in like, it felt like minutes, you were back, like you went out for milk or something.
Yeah, we were only hired to do an hour show, and it turns out, and we don't know these people, there was no personal connection or anything, but it turns out the show was 5 minutes away from your house.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. Yeah, I left the house at like 5:50, home by 8. Still had plenty of time to enjoy our night.
A lot of times that's the travel time, so.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like funny.
So we still had plenty of time for the nookie.
Yeah.
Is that what we did Saturday?
I don't think so.
I think we watched a bunch of TV.
Yeah, I think it was like a TV weekend. It was raining, right?
It was a rainy, well,
I didn't even know it was going to rain.
Saturday night, into Sunday, and all day yesterday, it was raining, and it's still raining now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was nice to get back in action. Our first murder mystery since Labor Day weekend, and even that, Labor Day weekend was our first and only murder mystery since March of 2020 because of this stupid COVID crap.
It's crazy when often before COVID, there were weekends where you had to have two different groups of staff to do two different murder mysteries at the same time because you were booked so much.
Yeah.
That you could use this piece of equipment, you could use this, you run down there, it was, you need... rehearsals were crazy because sometimes you're doing the same exact show with two different groups of people, and then all of a sudden, bam, nothing. I'm sure everyone's gone through that, but
oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, whether it's one show in two shows in one night or not, we work at least 60 shows. We perform at least 60 shows a year.
I think even more, to really be honest with you.
It's usually more, but
that's the
there's been
bare
years
minimum.
there's been years where it's around 80, but The minimum is 60.
And you're not even counting game shows, right?
No, we're counting game shows.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it hopefully we get back to that. So it was just really nice to get back out there and have a lot of laughs with the gang. We did post a video, and I think you see Eric in it. Eric leading the charge in that particular show. That's our mob show, which is just so much fun. So it was great to be back. We do have a bunch of shows lined up for the fall. So the fall is slowly getting back to, for me anyway, getting back to normal. Because we're going to have White Post Farms in the fall. That's only like a month and a half away. Mm-hmm. And we've already booked some game shows and murder mysteries. So
it's like a little bit back to normal.
Saturdays are going to be crazy for me, working till 6 o'clock at White Post, then just going straight out to a murder mystery somewhere and working for another 3 or 4 hours, then going back to White Post the following morning. So you guys might witness me dying.
Yeah, maybe. I was
Here
at
on the
White
show.
Post this weekend with Kevin Friday
and Saturday.
Friday and then all day Saturday. We made some kettle corn. And they moved our location again.
It was funny because you brought up on the show the other day, I don't know, some shit about elephants and giraffes, whatever the hell you were talking about, hippie. And now they moved you right across the aisle from the giraffes.
And it was news to me. Like when I first, this is my 4th year with them. So the first year I was out in the field by the bouncy houses and all the shows.
We couldn't even see you.
And the taco
You're
stand.
so far out there.
In fact, I was thinking about that because right now I'm next to the hayride. So I was thinking about how, like, when you wanted to come and wave to me and say hi, you'd hop on the hayride and you like take their hayride, and all of a sudden I'd hear, you yell.
Show your tits. That's what I said.
Sometimes.
Never.
Kevin would pull up his shirt.
Oh, what the hell?
So I was out in the field and it was kind of a drag because you'd forget one little thing and then we'd both go, and then you'd have to walk all the way back to we were the stepchild of the backfield because all the other places like the Taco Hut and all these other places, they had their own golf cart with workers that jumped in a golf cart and ran and grabbed whatever ice cube they forgot. Me and Kevin were like, I'm going to go take a mile walk to go get whatever now.
And that's why you're in great shape.
So then they moved me last year. They moved me to a different location.
By the entrance.
Kind of by the entrance, which is really confusing.
Yeah, you were a strange, lost area there.
It was strange.
Yeah.
And they put signs on it. They don't want people walking around without masks on eating popcorn. So they put this big sign that says, please get popcorn on your way out. And people were like, I just want popcorn now. And I'd be like, I know, here.
Right.
What am I, why would I be there at 10 o'clock in the morning if I'm only giving it to people that are leaving at 4 in the afternoon? So I was like, all right, just sit down when you eat, take off your mask then. And I just do that.
But now so far, as of now, people are allowed to walk around without their masks.
So far. So then they moved. So then me and Kevin got there and we couldn't find the thing. So then we look over around by the giraffes and, all the animals, and we're there. So, and I really...
That's the prime spot. That is the place to be. Because it's the entrance to the animal farm, animal zoo, petting zoo, animal section.
Because I'd rather be busy. So
the day goes fast.
So I get to look at the animals all day long. And I'm not far out in the back, and I know what you're saying. I could see the look on your face, and that's what Kevin said when we walked up. He goes like this, and I was like, "What?" He goes, "Please don't talk to me about giraffes all day long."
You're gonna smell giraffe
and I'm
poo.
like, I only have 1 or 2 stories. He's like, "No." So,
you'll find more stories. I'm with Kevin.
So I'm really excited, that I could look at these animals all day long.
Truth be told.
What?
You're excited because you're 50 feet away from me now. So you can keep an eye on me all day and make sure I'm not
slutting around. Yeah, because you slut around.
Who wants to hang out with Farmer Willie? Would you like to take a picture with my Willie?
Yeah,
I don't slut
you
around.
Slut around.
I don't slut around.
Oh my God. Yeah, you do.
When I have not slutted around since I met you.
All right. There'll be times when I'm walking back from the bouncy houses,
Yeah.
and you'll be taking pictures, like women.
I'm a mascot. What am I supposed to do?
One lady asked you to marry her last year, and then 2 years ago, and then came back this year and re-asked you.
No, she didn't ask me to marry her.
Something.
She said she
And
called me her.
She was really slutty.
She
was.
She called me her husband. Yeah, she called me. So we were already married.
She barely wore
But that
clothes.
has nothing to do with me. That's not me slutting around. I'm the one that came into this room, posted and put her picture on the screen,
So you could
and said,
look at it, you
and said,
slut.
"There's that weirdo that called me her husband last year, and now she's back this year. I'm scared." That's why I showed the picture so everybody can see her in case I disappeared.
I'm actually the same from where I was at the entrance. It's the same distance from where I am now. I'm just on the other side of you.
Yeah, but you're also a little out more. Where you can actually just kind of look from behind your counter and see me. Where you were last year. Like
What were you hiding that
kinda-
you couldn't see me? That you're worried about this now?
You were set back.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see you. I had to actually
You
walk
always-
over that way.
Yeah,
But
well,
now you can actually see where I stand all day long is where you can actually see me from behind your counter now.
You know, I'm still going to be looking at the giraffes, though, right? I'm so excited about that.
Why? Are they one-legged giraffes?
No.
They wearing
But they're
kilts?
so cute.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. And every time I walked by yesterday, like if you tell them, like if you tell a giraffe, you're like, you know, he'll follow you as you like walk back and forth. It's the cutest thing. He's like, oh, okay, take a little walk. It's so cute. And the camels, I don't understand the camels grooming situation. Have you figured out what's going on with that camel?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So if you've ever seen, have you ever seen like a grooming video? It's kind of like the Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah, I'm going to say most of us have not seen a camel grooming video.
No, not camel, but like have you ever seen a little dog that's supposed to be groomed and the owner has just been like, I don't know, in the hospital for a year
Yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
And then you see the groomer just start to take off the fur and it actually just peels off like you're peeling an orange. You've seen that?
No.
Oh, that's what it looks like. Like it'll be like a little thing and they take the grooming thing and they go through and they like stop. Don't do it.
You did it.
Just
they take the
don't
grooming
dip,
thing.
but,
I didn't know they got happy endings.
And then they take the fur off and then they're pretty much bald. So this camel walks around with, it looks like that. Like it's just, it looks like a square sheet of something that's been groomed, but they didn't do the bottom and it just hangs off of him.
I hope there's somebody watching without sound and they're watching all the, because whatever you're doing there does not match at all with what you're saying.
I think you need to pay attention to what I'm saying and not what my hands are doing. I know you're still half Italian, but.
Well, you're the one moving your hands around.
All right, now I'm not moving my hands around at all.
right.
So now will you
Fine. So
listen?
Now I'll listen. I was listening the whole
So
time.
you're not answering me. With the
no, I've
camels,
never
have you
seen it.
seen it? You haven't
No, I said no.
I'm not talking about YouTube's. I'm talking about the fucking camel that's right next to you for 4 years.
Yes.
You've never seen
There's two camels there.
You've never seen half the sheets hanging off of its body?
No.
It's so weird.
You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's that?
Who was that? Oh, boy. Oh, well. It's Mr. Bill's show.
It's what?
Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill?
Like the little
No, it's-
clay guy?
No,
Yeah. Oh, no, Mr.
No.
Bill.
That's not Mr. Bill.
no, it's DJ D-Love, Tony. What's going
Oh,
on,
you
guys?
fooled me. I thought it was Mr.
A
Bill.
little clay guy from the 70s.
How was your weekend there, DJ D-Love?
Not bad, hanging out. Was.
Yeah, it was rainy and yucky, right?
It actually was raining back since yesterday, but it's not bad now today.
Did you go out and play in the mud?
not bad at all. Like, not bad in one bit.
Oh, okay. All right. What'd you do this weekend?
Sorry, how was your weekend, Tony?
My weekend was good. It was good, thanks.
My weekend was good too, DJ.
Oh, how was your Sallie? I forgot about you, too.
Yeah, he didn't forget about you. I think
How was your weekend?
DJ, when you
How
come
was
here
your
on August
weekend,
20th,
Sallie?
I think you should sing a song to Sallie.
Actually, I do got a song for Sallie. Here we go.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Here we go. Your name is Sallie. I don't like the phones because I tie up the phones every single day. My name is Sallie, and I'm the, oh, yeah. Nazi phone, Sallie. Nazi. My name is Sallie. I'm a Nazi with the phones. Oh, gee, you are. Get a good one, Sallie.
I like that little evil laugh at the end there.
Thank you for my song.
Oh, you're welcome anytime, Sallie.
He's like,
I had to
does
tell
this
her- I
like
had to
weird
tell her- I
voice.
just had to-
He does
I
this
just
weird
had to
voice
put
song
you out-
with phlegm.
I just had to put you out there, Sallie.
And that was awesome.
But you know what, Sallie? Next Friday comes, I'm in charge of my show. So you ever went over one, I'm sitting by the keyboards. I'm in charge that day. Remember that.
I'm gonna disconnect the phone and take it with me.
Sally's actually not going to be here. I'll be by the board, and I'll take all your direction. I'll do anything you want there, boss.
Thank you. That's why you called me the boss man that day.
That's right. You are the boss that day.
I think it's going to be really funny when calls come in that don't know that DJ is here, and then DJ's going to be like, "Hey, I'm trying to have a show here."
Are you going to yell at people that call in that day?
Yeah, I think my cousin's coming too, Tony.
Your cousin? Oh,
yeah?
Tom's coming too?
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, that'll be fun.
So Michelle, Tom, and you. Anyone else?
No, that's it. And that guy from the lights too. He's coming too.
Who?
That guy from the lights. I forgot his name. I think it was
Andrew Fremder?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yep.
Do you have a cold?
No, this is my mouth. This is not how it is.
This just sound all phlegmy.
My nose gets stuffy after a while.
Just
it gets
get
clogged up once in a
allergies and stuff?
while. No allergies. My nose just runs once in a while.
Oh, all right. All right, so what's going on today? You just relaxing at home today, too?
Yep, this is relaxing, watching you guys on govradio.com.
Very nice, and we appreciate it, pal. So,
Tony, you still owe me those 2 chips. Don't forget, too, buddy.
I owe you what?
2 chips?
You still owe me those 2 chips.
2 chips? What, potato chips?
No, I'm talking about those chips for
yeah.
social.
Huh?
Roslyn Social Chips.
Oh.
I'll take care of that. No problem.
Yeah, because you still owe me that, too, because I told you I was comedy.
Yep.
But you didn't believe me, but you saw them anyway.
That's right. Well, I'll have some for you, and I'll also have a Govs Radio air freshener for you
I
as
gave
well.
him a big wad of those.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I got one more thing. How is my buddy Felix doing? Has he been doing all right?
We haven't talked to Felix since he called in that day, but I think he's hanging in there, pal. I think he's doing all right.
That's good. We're gonna do a little something on for next Friday for him. I can't tell you what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a little something for him.
All right, cool. Looking forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun next week.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be it's gonna be phenomenal show.
Absolutely. All right, pal. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing I'd like to say before I go.
Go ahead.
You know what I'd like to say? 3, 2, 1. See you later, suckers.
DJ D-Love checking in. His big show with us Friday, August 20th. That is next Friday. That's actually the only day we'll be in that next week. Well, you won't, but I will.
Yeah, I'll have like the whole week off. So Beansy said, you better not have that cough on the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded a little phlegmy.
He will need the help big time. Yeah, okay. Everybody saying good morning to each other. DJ and Dorian Murphy and Tom and Danny and Donnie. What? Oh, that's DJ. Got it. Okay. As long as it's not a real murder, because then it would be a mystery. Next week's show will top the ratings, says Beansy. I'm still not convinced that Beansy's even showing up.
Oh, I don't believe anything he says.
Andy will be here. Plajanos. Bosie will be here.
Yeah.
And
Fremder, I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks.
According to DJ, Fremder will be here.
Okay.
And then he's bringing also Tom and Michelle.
That's a lot of.
It's going to be a crowded room.
That's
so how many people is that? So me, Andy, Bosie, 3. Definitely DJ, Tom, and Michelle. That's 6.
You can have a good.
Supposedly Beansy and Fremder. So there'll be 8 of us. All right, there's room. We got it. We got it. No problem.
Okay.
So that's next Friday, August 20th. We got a lot of things going on. This Thursday, August 12th, Sally and I will be talking to the Uncle Louie Variety Show guys, Carlo and Lou. They'll be right there.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I can't wait for that. That's
Yeah,
a
looking
big
forward to
day because we got something else.
Well, then that night, we'll be on live this Thursday. Live from Green Room is on this Thursday at 7. We'll be in here. I hope Don will be here. That's the night, the big benefit for John Ziegler. With Roach and Burke and DeVito and Gage and Thomas and Ziegler and Cola hosting. Colin Quinn will be here. I don't know if we'll get him in this room, but he's going to perform. So it's going to be a great day, August 12th. Uncle Louie during the day, the Ziegler thing that night. I think it's sold out, right? Pretty sure it's sold out, but check with govs.com anyway, because you never know. So that's, lots of good stuff. And then we're off next week until the DJ D Love show on Friday. And most of the shows are off, right, next week?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, no one's contacted me that said that they still wanted to do it.
So we might be completely dark until from Friday to Friday?
It could just be that they're lazy and didn't get back to me.
Oh. All right. Well, this Saturday, the Almost Irish podcast is coming on Saturday morning this week.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Nice way to start your Saturday off. That'll be fun. All right. So, talking about our weekend, one thing I didn't mention in regards to the Knockem Dead comedy show, Andy Plajanos' debut.
Oh, yeah.
The big debut.
I wish I would have been there for that. What's wrong?
I was just looking back at comments.
Oh, okay.
Plajanos, no, really, if you need the space. No, you're here, pal. We'll make it work. Don't worry. Joan, I am with you guys. Beansy will be a no-show with some excuse. Right, Beansy? Wow. Beansy and Joan, they got like some kind of flirting, attacking thing going on here every day.
Yeah.
There's something going on here. It's like, I think they're getting turned on. I bet you they get on the phone.
So
and
Beansy hasn't been in here yet.
Never.
Is that correct?
He has
and
never
how
been
many
in this
times
room.
has he said he was going to? 2 times?
Yeah, that I know of, yes.
Okay, that's not so bad. I mean, that's not like Jessica Curson bad.
Well, nobody is that bad. Nobody's that bad.
Yeah.
Jessica
But
Curson.
we had a fun weekend. We had a good Green Room show. We had, We had Tom Kelly come in.
Are you changing the subject on me?
I'm trying to not have Beansy get picked on because he's only done it twice.
All right, but I was talking about Andy.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Sorry, Andy. Sorry, I got like all protective of
And
Beansy.
he just wrote, sorry, I wasn't better. Andy, you were fine, man. You did a great job. He had a little, and I didn't ask him. I don't know exactly what happens. He had a little diabetic attack, diabetic issue. I think, like when your sugar gets too low or
he
too
had low
high.
blood sugar or something?
Yeah, so he disappeared for a few minutes.
Was
So
he like in the refrigerator stealing orange juice or anything?
all he said, I didn't know it was happening.
Oh.
I did notice he disappeared, but he disappeared during a time he wasn't needed. So he didn't miss, any
That's
parts.
very polite of him to die on his own time.
We have music, and then we had a dance contest.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes up.
Oh, yeah, that's a long time.
At least, during this particular show, it took about 15 minutes.
Eric's working crazy during that time,
Yes.
but everyone else can have like a little bit of a break if they want
so
it.
Andy was not needed during this time at all, and that's when he took off. And I did see him come back. I did notice he was gone, and I saw him come back. I thought maybe, all right, it's his first time. Maybe he just went to the back to check the script or something, which is totally cool.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah, I still do that.
But he told me afterwards he had a little diabetic episode.
And you told me it was really hot there, too.
My sugar dropped, he said, yeah. Joan is asking if he's okay. Yeah, he was fine when the show was over. He was fine. Well, yes, that was part of the problem. It was hot as can be in there. Eric, I mean, I know a lot of you guys have seen Eric bare-chested as it is, so it probably wasn't that big of a deal. For me personally, I get scarred every time I see it. I've seen the man's penis.
Yeah.
And I'm still not the same. That was probably like 10 years ago.
I've seen his butt. So is your daughter.
That's right. And none of us are the same. We were all in therapy.
Yeah, she hasn't been the same.
It was But yeah, he was drenched. His shirt was drenched like he was in a pool. I couldn't. I mean, I was just. My head was just completely.
You were.
soaked.
I could tell you, like when he walked back into the house, Tony, like he was like walking around for a while, and this is what I said to myself, and then I checked it with you. You're like, oh, you're absolutely right. I was like, you look like your inner core is boiling hot, and because you have this like, I don't know, this way about you when you're like it's too hot, like you don't like it, But like when it gets too hot, like it almost feels like you're just burning on the inside or something. You had that look. I'm like, is it that hot out? And then you filled me in. Like there was like no air in this place.
Yeah, I spent my childhood outdoors. I've spent most of my adult life working outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never done well in the heat. But it does seem like I'm doing worse in the heat now that I don't work in it. Now that I'm not out in it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was brutal. The show. So yeah, all of us in the cast. There were 6 of us that night. We were all drenched.
Good thing for Liz, because she barely wears anything, so at least she's
baby.
probably the only one who was mildly happy.
We need to get her back in here, by the way.
I love Liz.
Yeah. So we were all drenched. The show was over, and I was still walking around getting, like cleaning up our stuff. Excuse me, because it was so close to home, I went in my costume. So I had these long slacks on. I had shoes
like you.
on.
Like you crack me up sometimes. Like if you have to go anywhere that's like a 10-minute drive, you'll bring clothes to change into. I'm like just wear what you're gonna wear. And you're like, oh no, I can't drive with those slacks.
Yeah, well, no, it's usually a shoe thing. But I, yeah, so I.
Yeah, you must
so
have
I
been
was
miserable.
I was miserable. But I'm grabbing our stuff, cleaning stuff up, and I hear one of the people say, somebody in the house say that it was 81 degrees inside the house.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
I wanted to smack these people.
Yeah. Well, it was women.
Yeah, I wanted to smack these women.
It's usually men who will walk into a room and just point blank say, do you have air conditioning? Like, I could tell you from this room, like, because sometimes I'll forget to put it on, and the women will walk in and they're comfortable, and the men will walk in and they'll be like, I'm sorry, but do you have air conditioning in here?
Eric actually said it in the middle of the show. He's like, can you guys get a fan or something? And they didn't do it.
Yeah, so if whole people you're entertaining are just women.
This was a bachelorette party. So my guess is they made it nice and hot because they wanted us to strip. I think they were looking for an orgy.
I don't know about that.
Hey, you're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
This is Mr. Joe Bingy.
Wow, what's the matter?
Oh, no, nothing.
Oh,
I just love when everybody's ripping my ass apart.
I stuck up for you.
Everybody? One person.
Well,
no, one person. There's like 3 or 4 out there.
2, yeah.
Who? Who else?
Well,
Who else is picking on you?
It's good. It's all good because I can't wait till the 20th. I'm going to be sitting in the front door at 8 o'clock in the morning waiting for you guys.
Well, that's pretty stupid, actually.
And that's just it. Like when if he doesn't show up, he's gonna have to come up with some crazy ass. Like his stories have to get bigger and better. Like,
my dog ate my homework.
Like I was sitting there at 8 a.m. and a tow truck came over and scooped me up and drove me to the dump. And I didn't even know where I was because my cell phone dropped. It's gonna be like that.
An alien ship came and took me away.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. The night before, I'm staying at my cousin that lives right next door to you guys.
Oh, in Levittown?
Yeah. Right next door to you guys.
You never know.
Right from Governor's, right where that gate is on the right side, where they don't let you park over there. That's where she lives, right there in that house.
In that dumpster? Oh, the house. That makes more sense.
No, the house. The dumpster.
I don't know. I mean, you could...
I'm there. Listen, I am there. You're going to have a packed house.
All right.
Be ready.
Oh, I'm ready. I might be ready for nothing, but I'm ready.
All right.
We'll see.
I hope you have enough room because I'm like 6'4" and like 350. I'm pulling.
Maybe we'll...
He's not going to be. We're not going to get him through the door.
Maybe we'll give him like one of the chairs and sit like right there or something.
Oh, we'll get him.
With
give
like
him
a headphone.
Give him the Rodea chair. Can you imagine?
We're probably gonna have to,
no
1,
chair.
2, 3.
No, I'll stand up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who's gonna sit next to DJ? Because it'll probably be.
So how would you guys read
DJ here? I don't know. Maybe Tom.
Well,
maybe
Yeah.
Maybe Andy
Play
or
Janos.
yeah, and then Jeff and Michelle can sit on the couch, and then Beansy can. We'll give him a stool over there.
Sure.
All right. Well, I believe you. How's Are you still taping Hell's Kitchen?
No, I'm done with that.
Oh, you're done now.
I'm finished.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah.
And do you have any idea when it's airing or no?
No, not yet.
All right. And do they tell you, or do you just find out from watching on TV?
Sorry.
Well, they'll tell me like in a couple of months. They'll probably give me a call or something. But the whole thing is, let's say like I'm on the show, of course. This is like funny because in order for you to get paid, you have to have your show air. If your show doesn't air, it takes 6 months or a year, and that's when you get paid.
Yeah, I know that happened to someone that like the show just actually it was supposed to air and it got canceled because there was some like major event, like not 9/11, but it was something like that.
Right.
And then they went through. It wasn't 9/11, but it was something like that, similar. And then they ended up going through all of that, and just because their show didn't air that day, the whole thing was for nothing.
Right, because I tried out for MasterChef about 6 years ago, and they told me the same thing. In order for you guys to get paid, the show has to air. I'm like, that's like crazy.
So there is the slight possibility it may never air and you'll never get paid?
No. It will air.
Oh, all right.
But we don't know when.
All right.
They'll give us a notice in the mail, and they'll call us and tell us like 2 months before and all that other shit.
Right. All right.
It's crazy. It's a weird system that they run. But so how was you guys' weekend? Good.
It was very good, thanks. Yep, we're
good.
That's what we're discussing right now. We're just talking about our weekend.
Oh, okay, good, cool.
Very
all right,
nice.
I don't want to keep you guys. Just want to call in and let you know that be ready. I'm going to be ready to rip everybody's ass apart on the 20th. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Especially DJ Love.
I know there's going to be a lot of fighting going on here. I'm a little scared.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of battling.
Well, maybe I'll just leave and let you guys. All right, have a good day, Joe.
You too. Bye now.
Yeah. Is he even on the phone? He has his own conversation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was he talking about?
Well, first he asked how the weekend was. Meanwhile, that's all we've been talking about so far is the weekend. and then he said it's going to be crazy in here with him and DJ D Love, and I started to say, well, maybe I'll just get out of the way, let you two fight. But as I was saying that, he goes, all right, have a good day. I'm like, okay.
Maybe his two mothers and wife were making him his lunch right now. It's kind of close.
Well, I'm thinking
so he had to go.
No, I'm thinking he couldn't.
Getting fed.
No, I'm thinking he couldn't hear me because he's going delirious because he's not down in Florida with them. He's still here. They're down in Florida, right? Oh no, his mother came with him, right?
His mother's back here.
Yeah, you're right. So she's making him food. You're right.
Yeah.
So let me check comments and then I'll go back to what I was talking about with Andy.
Andy. I love him.
See, yeah, the sugar dropped. I also checked the script. Yeah, that's cool. He travels with Candy to bring the sugar up. Beans, I love.
So
the
his
people.
sugar dropped. He was burning inside, and
Bosie says it's nice to know you filled up the prosthetic cup that day. Yeah, I certainly did. It was, it was a pool. The cast was fantastic, says Andy. I wish I was better because you guys were so great. Well, thanks, pal. You were good.
Andy, it's like your first show, man.
Absolutely, man.
Andy, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No, really, it's your first show. Like, okay, Andy, the first time I did a show for Tony, I was so bad that a week later he rewrote the entire script and the character that I played is no longer in it. So
that's right.
And then he used me like a couple more times and it ended up being fine. I mean, it's not my favorite thing to do because there are better people at it.
I forgot about that.
I know. Like it was, yeah. And he didn't even say anything to me. He wasn't like, oh my God. He was like, no, you were good. And then he was like rewriting the script.
Well, no, we had problems with that show for a while. But yeah, it was after that night I made some final decisions.
Yeah, I don't. And you know what? It's the most difficult thing in the world, like your murder mysteries, because you have to do like just. Are you busy?
No.
Okay. If you have to you have your lines. Everyone has their lines. There's like 6 people typically who have, lines. And the one thing that I like about how you write your scripts is, like, most people that write a script for a show, they make, like, 1 or 2 people the main characters, and everyone else is just there to, be mildly a part of it. But your scripts, usually there's one person who runs the show, but they don't necessarily have more lines. Like, everyone has, like, a good amount of lines, a meaty, thing to work with. And so, it's like 6 people walking around doing their lines. There's music, there's dancing, there's, all these things going on. And you're walking amongst the audience. Like, you're not on a stage away from them. So they'll be talking to you, or you'll be talking to them. And you have to be someone who gets so comfortable with it that you don't get messed up. And it's difficult. It's a really difficult thing. And you've said that you've had actors that were, like, seasoned actors that wanted to do this. And then they've come to, like, a couple of rehearsals. And remember that one person who's like, I don't think I could, this is something. I don't think I could do this. And you're like, thank you for being honest. And he's like, this is amazing. I just can't, I don't think I can do this. And I'm just being honest. And so it takes a while to get used to it. And then once you hit, like, your zone, like, kind of like a running zone, like the running zone of, like, then it's just fun. But it takes, like, a couple of shows to kind of get there. Because like Andy, just because you know your lines on stage and you've practiced it in front of, like, your fake microphone, like holding a shoe or something at home, and you know your lines on stage, when you're walking around people in crowds, it's a different way to learn your lines. It's you have to know it's so much more solid. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. It just has to be, so second nature, and it takes a really long time to do that. So I went, like, Andy, I wouldn't be hard on you at all, considering, like, the heat and the diabetes thing kicking your ass.
I think this just means that Andy needs to do more shows with us. That's what I think it means.
Yeah, like, and I would have loved to have seen him.
We did one show, I know I've told you about it, but years ago, it's got to be probably 15 years ago. We did a show. And we were short people.
Like me?
we didn't have a lot of people. Oh, I'll get back to that.
Oh, I think it's Don. Oh, unless I'm not supposed to mess it up. He doesn't do imitations or anything.
He's not now. He's not now because you ruined it. You're live on the Knockem Day Comedy Radio Show. Who's that?
What's up?
Yo!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
We didn't get to that yet. We're sitting here talking about our weekend. The big surprise party. I've been dying to mention it here on the show. We had a surprise party for Don on Saturday.
It was a blast.
Yeah, it was good?
Yeah, man. Thanks again for coming down. And
I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. I was so mad. Like I work at White Post Farms just in the fall, and like a month ago, before Wendy planned this, they asked me and Kevin to go there Friday and Saturday, and I said yes. And then all of a sudden, like a couple of weeks later, I see the date. I'm like, ugh. So I'm so sorry.
When kettle corn needs to be made, you know what I mean? I mean, it's all good though.
I was so mad.
No, it's all good, Sallie. It would have been nice if you were there, but I totally understand, and it was cool that Tony came, especially on the show day when they had, you're getting ready to do a show.
Yeah, I felt bad. Yeah, I had to leave, but that's the thing. I'm glad you called because I was only able from the time you were there, but the time you showed up, I was only able to stay for an hour after Don showed up. So I left at 2:30. Now you were already feeling good. You had a little whiskey in you. I think you had some wine. You were just in that hour. You were already starting to feel good, and I left there thinking, "Oh my goodness, this is going to be a fun party. That I'm missing some good stuff."
Do you have a hangover today?
Yeah. So I want to know how you're feeling 2 days later. I bet you're still a little buzzed.
No, I was feeling good. Like it's weird, man. I don't know. Like I don't generally get hangovers, but you know, like I did when I was a teenager, you know. But I did that place out. We're way out east, right? We're at a winery where they make their own wine, and right next door to there is a distillery where they make their own whiskey. And so we were drinking flights of whiskey. We were drinking tons of wine, and I don't know if you're a drinker, Tony, because I know you don't. You only drink water. Like you're like you eat I don't know. You would be such a clean eater if it wasn't for all those French fries. But you eat you just drink water like all the time, which is I wish I could do that. But anyway, I was drinking a ton of red wine. Then the whiskey flights came out, and it was awesome. And then the next thing I know, we're all dancing around nude. It was amazing. I should have been.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, though, that was just you, Bosie, and Rada.
Exactly. We were squishing the grapes. You know what I mean?
And you were using that cornhole board for something completely different.
It was great, man. We had a great time. We even managed to ambush Bosie to go do a set. He had no idea. So, Rada had the idea, Rich Rada, to see if we can get Bosie to perform, and then me and my buddy Matt took the ball and ran with it and went over there and talked to the musician, and the guy said, "Sure, man, let me know. I'll take a break." So you should have seen when we told Bosie he had to perform. It was he turned whiter than his legs.
And those are some pretty white legs. Yeah. Really? Well, you were nice enough to send me video, so I don't have it queued up, but I'm going to grab it and I will play it before our show is over today.
Yeah, I do have video evidence of Bosie's performance. He did really good considering the fact that we threw him, serious curveball. He had no idea. He was just sitting there relaxing. I think he was eating a plate of food, and we're like, "Bosie, stop what you're doing. You got to perform." And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" We're like, "No." He's like, "Is this real?" So we're like, "Yes, Bosie, come on." So then we get him up there. He's like, "I don't even know the name of this place," and so we had to tell him all that stuff. And he performed. I think there was another party was going. There was 2 big parties happening at this winery. It was he did great. Kudos to Jeff Bosie. It made things. It made my afternoon complete. So I'll say that.
Well, I don't know. Did you look at those little Jenga pieces yet?
I actually been meaning to. I was actually looking at them this morning. I was a few of them. I have to go through them all.
Because I forgot to sign one, but Jeff he grabbed one and signed it, and he wrote something about your penis or something, and it turns out, and maybe he was joking, but if he was joking, then he totally fooled me. He told me that he made a mistake and wrote that on a piece that was already signed. But he didn't know it at the time. But he claims that it was a piece signed by your mom.
See, I would save that.
So it says something like, "I love you, son," and then on the back, "You have a great penis."
And then the other side says about
you have a great penis or something.
I would absolutely take that piece and put it on a shelf in my house. No, really, I'm not even kidding you.
Shellac it, right?
I would that would be I would put up with a picture of my child right on my bookshelf. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm going to shellac it and then put it in a glass case, and then have it there displayed for all. No, it was a great idea with what Wendy did. Had the Jenga, and everybody signed a Jenga piece, and then I have this Jenga game now with all my friends and family have signed a piece of it. So it's a pretty cool idea.
It's a great idea.
Except me, I forgot.
You forgot?
I did, I forgot.
Well, I could always bring the Jenga pieces.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll bring some blank Jenga pieces to the studio.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll
I'll
get
write
Colin
one
Quinn
even though I
sign
couldn't go. And it's so funny too, with the White Post thing. She's like, Friday, you only have to do 4 hours. Pick whatever 4 hours you want. It doesn't even matter. And then like Saturday was like exact. And so I'm like looking at Wendy's thing and I'm like, maybe it's the day that I can pick. And I'm like, no. I was so mad.
Yeah, it was a nice place.
I totally
and a good time.
understand. You were missed, though. It would have been nice if you were there, of course, Sallie. But I understand. It's all good in the hood.
And we
also
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say I plan to be there on Thursday.
Nice.
Oh, good. Okay,
Good.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun night back here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Good.
And also, I don't know if I can make it on the 20th for the great DJ D Love thing that's going on, but I did want to. I'm itching to battle him.
All right, so we could. All right. Well, if worse comes to worse, why don't we? If you can't make it, why don't we set up a Zoom?
Okay.
Because you won't have anything else going on that day. I'm like so worried for you.
We'll set up a Zoom and have a little Don DJ. No, I think, Don DJ's going to have a rap battle with Beansy and Andy, but I think Don is the one that's really going to give him some serious competition.
I'm just worried for you.
Worried for me?
Yeah, because there's going to be so much going on that day. That
this show's going to be a complete disaster, and it's fine.
Yeah, I can't,
totally fine.
Don, I can't be there because it's my sister's chemo day, so we have to
Oh, wow.
yeah, so she goes every 3 weeks. It just happens to be that day, and we can't change around that schedule.
Stupid chemo.
So, yeah, so I can't be here for that day. So, yeah, so Tony's going to be setting all this up, so I'm worried for you.
I could always, what I can do is whoever wins the battle on the 20th, I could battle that person.
Well, that means we'd have to bring that person back, and I don't want half the people that are going to be here that day here.
So you got. I didn't even. So Joe Staz is in the rap battle.
Yes, he is actually. Yes.
Wow.
It doesn't get much whiter than that, man.
I would love to hear this guy. I just can't wait now. I'm like really excited. And
no, all right. So let's do that. We'll have you take on the winner, but it has to be that day. So I'll get you on the Zoom.
Oh, that same day. Oh.
Yeah. So the winner faces the final challenge of battling, because you have, you're a rap legend.
Yeah. Yeah, my own mind. I am. Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'm a legend in my own mind.
Cankersaurs, man. The Cankersaurs forever.
Yeah, if anybody gets bored and wants to check it out on YouTube, you could. I used to have a web series called The Cankersaurs, Kankasors, the way it should be spelled. Cankersaurs, baby. But anyway, so if you check that out, it's a web series of two white middle-aged rappers trying to make it into the hip-hop scene. So, but yeah, so I would love to take them on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're definitely doing that. So if you're not here that day, we'll Zoom it and make it happen.
I'll say this real quick. I'll give you guys want a little sample.
Yes.
Of what, since I won't be there. All right. So it goes. D Love, man, it's more like these nuts. I heard you got a hubby and you like it up the butt, but that's okay, man. I really don't give a fuck because you probably swallowed two and got the jizzle in your gut.
Oh my God.
That's all I'm going to say for now.
You win.
I told you he was still drunk from Saturday. I told you.
Beat that. That's hilarious.
So that's a little taste of what
little taste of DJ's butt.
What D Love is in store for. With this.
That was fantastic. Oh God.
Somewhere there's some homosexual's going to try to cancel me now. That's okay. I love everybody equally.
You do.
Oh man, I can't wait. Now August 20th is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Good
Holy
time.
shit, that was great, man.
I might even come in dressed like Survive, which is my Cankersaur's character.
Right.
I might come in dressed like Survive and just get all in the vibe, mental state.
I always just picture you in that white jacket that you wear. Like,
the board in the house jacket?
Like, seriously. Yeah, I picture you in that a lot.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, the Survive guy wears an army coat, and the hat backwards. But that born in bored in the house guy, yeah, that's a whole. No, maybe more flamboyant. That's the one.
That's the one.
I'm going to bring that coat. I'm going to be rocking that coat.
And your hat backwards. Yeah.
Yes, and that other hat I have.
It's
yeah,
like a beanie or something. Yeah.
I also call it a beansy when I wear it. So.
I'm wearing my beansy.
Oh, I'm gonna puke now. Picture you wearing your beansy.
But I just wanted to give you guys a buzz. I'm gonna, and to thank you again, Tony, for coming down. It was great to see you, Rada, and Bosie there, and representing the Govs team, and it was awesome.
Good. Glad you enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, Wendy did a good job.
Absolutely.
And it was happy birthday.
We actually had more planned stuff that fell through that I'll tell you about off the air when I see you.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll be there on Thursday.
Cool.
And you guys rock.
You too, pal. Happy birthday. Thanks for checking in.
Bye, Don.
You got it. Take care, Sallie. Bye, Tony.
See ya. God almighty. That guy makes me laugh.
He's so funny.
Oh, man.
He really is.
I'm so thrilled that we're back in each other's lives, man.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, yeah. So Plajanos did a great job. I've been trying to say that for over an hour now.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Let's see. Joan talked to Bosie about the stump sweat cocktail. Oh, DJ D-Love saying his friend is going to get buried today. Oh, are you going to the funeral? Well, all the best to that guy's family.
Yeah.
The roof is pretty standard, so height-wise, he will be all right. That's from Andy. I'm assuming that's something to do with Beansy coming in. If you have Beansy coming in, I don't want to impose with the new strains. It's impossible restrictions. I get nervous in front of superstars. No, Jeff. Jeff, you are the superstar. You will be here. You will be here. Plajano says something like 9/11. What did I miss? Who said something about 9/11?
I did. Remember I was saying how like his show could be canceled?
Oh. Molly, good morning. I couldn't make it to the party, says Plajanos. I just stared at my daughters and wouldn't tell them why I was mad at them. Could have brought his daughters.
I don't know.
Yeah, he could have brought them.
Yeah.
Jones says, funny, Andy, the life of a parent they will learn down the road. Yeah, kids get in the way.
His daughters are just perfect, though,
Don's video, they are. Yeah, they're really
just
nice
really
girls.
well-behaved, nice kids that
Jones
you want
says,
in your life.
Jones says Don's video was the best. Which video was that, Joan?
When Don did the Stuck in the House video.
Oh. Yeah, that's fantastic.
That was so funny. I must have played it like 20 times.
Bosie's getting nervous that we have the video of his stand-up. Make him an honorary Pasusa winner. I can't wait for the 20th, says Beansy. Everybody loved Don's rap. All the female listeners are now pregnant after Don's rap. I love his impersonation of me, overweight, whiny Long Island guy. All right, so, so Andy, thank you. I think you should do another show with us. If you feel bad now, you can just redeem yourself with another show. I'm just trying to talk Andy into coming back. All right, let's switch for a second because I want to get that. I want to pull up that Bosie video. I need to download it and do my magic here.
Okay.
While we're doing that, there is a funny story. Well, not, I guess, kind of funny. A funny story that came out this weekend. Did you hear about what happened at the Miami Marlins Colorado Rockies game?
I feel like you're not going to get this done because you're going to be like talking. So like, how, you know what I mean?
No. What do you mean?
No, I did not hear what happened at the. I'm just worried you're going to take 10 minutes to do this because you're talking.
I don't remember. You know my Facebook password?
No.
Let's see. I'll try this one. Well, did you have something to talk about then while I'm messing around here?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me think. What happened? Oh, one thing that happened, and I don't even know how to, like, even... I mean, it's obviously like a really sad story, but just I don't. All right, so I'm reading the news, and it's funny because like both my sisters live down south, so we always had this. You know, Cindy's back up with me now, but my other sister's still in North Carolina, and we've always had this thing where anytime I find anything funny about something that someone in the South did, I'll be like, you know. So sure enough, I'm like reading the news the other day, and I feel awful about this, but still, I don't know how to explain this. So this man, he got hit. He was in North Carolina, and he got hit by a train and died.
Hit by a train and died.
Yeah. And so he was in his like mid-20s, and he's got two other brothers who are in their mid-20s, like a couple of years older, like 27 and 29 or something.
Okay.
And so this happened a week ago that he died. So the brothers, they just, you know, they're trying to like deal with their grief. So they went to like the scene, and they were just kind of having their own private memorial.
They went to the scene of where the train hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were just having like just kind of, you know, like their own private, and they were walking along the tracks, and they put candles down, and they got hit by a train and died. I know.
All right, hang on a second.
Same spot.
These guys, their brother got hit by a train.
And it's not funny, but at the same time,
No, this is funny.
I'm like, what? The what? Like what? Like,
these guys got hit by a train.
yeah, it was just the other day.
No, a brother. These two guys have a brother who got hit by a train.
A week ago.
They went to the site to have their own, and
nothing wasn't working. All the because you know the town wanted to I read it on a pretty newsworthy, I think CNN or something, and the town wanted to know that all the lights and whistles and things were working. There's no reason why this happened again. It shouldn't have happened the first time, and it happened again. Like nothing was wrong with the train or the blinkers. It's just can you stay off the track? Like,
that is so
isn't it so weird? So now all three brothers are dead in the same spot, a week apart from a train.
Why were they?
And then of course I look. I was just reading it because I was reading the news of the week, and so I scroll up. I'm like, all right, where is this? Of course, North Carolina. I know. You don't get this stuff in Maine. So I don't know. I felt bad bringing it up, but it was just on my mind.
That's amazing. So they didn't. So and like you said, everything's working. So
there was no reason for it. They were just putting candles down, walking along the train track, talking about the loss of
So
their
alarms
brother.
are sounding.
Yeah.
Chris Thomas, doesn't she know I'm on the air?
Everyone always writes you exactly
any chance
when
my
you're on the air.
friend Tony give me 2 tickets Thursday Ziggy show? Oh yeah, yeah. All right, I'll get back to her. So the bells and the alarms must have been going off.
Right.
And these guys. So it was suicide.
Genetic. It's definitely a genetic thing.
How did the brother get hit? Like, what was he doing? Was he driving over it? And
Yeah.
he just didn't make it. But do you think these two brothers were like, screw it, let's go join our brother?
No. Nope. There was nothing.
They're just idiots.
There was nothing that led anyone to believe in their family or that's what they were doing. That they wanted to just spend some time with each other on the track, and then, yeah, it's the craziest thing. Oh, Andy has your password if you need to get on it.
Oh, is that what he said?
One leg, one huge cock, 6969.
How did he know? How did he know that was my password?
I know. Yeah, true. Molly, natural selection. Like, it just has to be a genetic thing.
Oh, Joan is calling bullshit.
Nope.
Was it
right, exactly.
Andy, was it the same train? That would be pretty funny.
That would be really funny. Not funny. Sorry, I'm awful.
That would be really funny. Kill the whole family.
The same, like probably the guy, the train director just finally came back to work after like 5 days off, from mourning that happening, and then he kills the same people.
All right, so I got the Bosie video ready.
Okay.
I'm going to play it. It's 4 minutes long. We have not seen it, so this is the first time we're seeing it too. Yeah,
we can't even hear it. So.
Well, I'll put the thing on, right?
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
I think ever since Mike put in like the, I don't know, 5th GoPro. I don't know what it was, but there was something when he was playing around with the Scarlet.
Yeah.
That no longer works, but I could be wrong. I don't think I am though.
All right, well we'll try, but I'm going to play it anyway.
How long is it?
4 minutes.
Don't look at me with that condescending.
Because I just said it's 4 minutes. I just said that.
So what?
So I should say to you, don't you not listen to me with your condescending ears. Dick.
Fucking chuck it by a train.
Jeff, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Bosie.
Oh, I hear it.
I don't.
Here.
What's the official name of the place? Bating Hollow Farm Vineyard. Bating Hollow Farm Vineyard.
And good day, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. So glad that you're at the Bating Hollow Farm Vineyard. Surprisingly enough, that there's a 50th party going on across the way for a very special senior citizen. Thank you. And one of his friends happens to be a stand-up comedian over at Governor's Comedy Club, which is me. I'm Jeff Bosie. Everyone, thank you for the applause. I enjoy it. That's right. We've all been to the Governors over in McGuire's or the town or behind the alleyway of the Applebee's. But so they said, like, Jeff, do you do 5 minutes? I was like, sure, why not? So, me and my wife, we love going to garage sales, but I can't stand bringing her with me. She always complains about the stuff that I purchase. Like, we went to one last week, and she was like, you don't need that. I was like, yes, I do. She's like, what do you need with 20 cookbooks? They're not for me. So I have a stepdaughter and an 8-year-old son. Yeah, I took over that lease. So I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to teach my kids about the different animals that are out there. So last month I took them over to the wrong zoo. And on the way there, my son, he's in the back seat of the car, and he's playing with his dinosaurs. And he takes a plastic bag and he puts it over one of the dinosaurs' heads. And he was like, shh, you can sleep now. And I'm like, holy hell, I don't make enough money for this kid's psychological problems. But we finally get over there. And we get over towards the aquatic section. And I turned to my kid and I was like, you see, the fish are kind of like mommy. Always swimming around, never going to accomplish anything. Calm down, there's 20 more miles to zoo. We get over to the gorilla section, and my wife turns to my kid and says, the gorilla's kind of like Daddy. Sitting around, scratching his rear, just never going to get a job, become a stand-up. So my daughter, she actually, the other day, I'm watching, she comes in the living room, she thinks she's going to impress me, she's like, stands in front of a box fan, and it's like, Daddy, look at me, look how impressive I am. And I'm going, yes, you're so impressive. I don't got to pay for college. So, we all have this one friend in life that goes ahead and decides they're going to make good decisions for you. So what my friend said, like, listen, you are so stressed with your wife, your kids. What we're going to do is, we're going to do a gentleman's club. And you might have a bad idea. Bad idea. We're looking at my mouth was, let's go. We pull up to this dump. And this creature comes like, falling over. It's like, hey there, sugar. You want me to take my blouse off you? And I'm like, listen, back off, Blackbeard. I'm going to pay for you to stay with your clothes on. We're trying to get out of this place. And Mother Russia blocks the door. You want the crackers? And I'm like, holy hell, listen, my friend wants to come.
Freaking bomb.
But I think that's my time for the bell.
What's the name of the place?
I don't know, that's still my favorite.
What's the official name of the place? Baiting Hollow Farm Vineyard. Baiting Hollow Farm Vineyard.
And good day, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. So glad that you're at the Baiting Hollow Farm.
I love the ending. What's the name of this place? Holy crap, that was funny. And I love hearing Don laugh in the background. Jeff Bosey, come on, give him credit. It wasn't planned. It's the middle of the day. He probably had a few drinks in him. I want to know why Raider didn't go up. That's what I want to know.
You do?
Yeah, I want to know why Raider didn't do it. I give Jeff credit for getting up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. Right. That's right, Beansy. Right. It seems like nobody's paying attention to poor Jeff because they were, having their party. So kudos to Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Andy's got some funny comments for Jeff. That was funny. I'm sorry I missed that. That was good. So, yeah, that's where the party was. It was fun.
Yeah, it looked really pretty.
Thank you, Don, for sharing the video. All right, so I want to talk about what happened at the Miami Marlins Colorado Rockies game. It was in Colorado.
Okay.
Okay. You don't need these anymore, right? You want me to move them?
Does it bother you?
No, I just figured I'd clean up.
You're very tidy.
It's not good to stretch the wire like that.
Oh, shut up.
So I think it was Miami was up at bat. I think it was Miami. So, and the batter is an African-American ball player, right? So he's up at bat, and the announcers are talking, and the game is mic'd up. They got mics throughout the place, and things can be heard. There's a guy in the first row, right behind the batter, and he's yelling, and you can hear it on the TV, and it sounds like he's yelling the N-word. And it happened a few times. Pitch would come in, and you hear this being yelled, right? And then some people went on Twitter, chastising the Miami, Colorado Rockies fans. Why would they do this? I can't believe this guy was doing this. Major League Baseball said they were going to lead an investigation into this, and they did. They did. They investigated it. And I should have downloaded it so you guys can hear it, because it turns out if you're looking at the guys, you can see him on the screen. It turns out he's looking to his right, if I'm not mistaken. And if you pan out more, you see that one section over from him is the Colorado Rockies mascot. The mascot's name is Dinger. The guy's yelling Dinger, and you see he's looking that way, and he's pointing. He's yelling Dinger the whole time, but they thought he was yelling something else. That's really funny. I thought it was hilarious. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's that? Hello? Hello? I don't hear anything. Nothing.
I hear something.
What?
Are you guys there?
There he is. Yes, we hear
All
you.
right.
Were people asking for your autograph over there at the country backyard farm in Wading River?
It was at that point that the Baiting Hollow Farm Vineyard will no longer book any comedy shows in the future.
Who's the asshole that was, with the bell sound? Was that the DJ or the musician?
I really hope so, because I'm sitting there going like, oh, when will someone just grab the mic and say, please go home, please go home?
I thought it was funny.
And then the fact that I don't listen to myself speak, I never listen to any of my recordings, and the fact that Don did a spot-on impersonation of, hi, yeah, I talk like Bosie. And then when you go ahead and go, yeah, hi, I'm doing comedy, I'm like, oh my God, I really do sound like that. I need a speech therapist.
You got to take some steroids or something.
It's like sitting there, it's like, oh, he really does have a small wee-wee. Let's listen to him.
I personally love the cookbooks bit. I really like that one a lot. I think it was good, and it wasn't easy doing what you did. It's outdoors, like Elizabeth pointed out. These people weren't expecting it. They're drinking. The odds are stacked against you. I give you a world of credit for that.
And the fact that the guy, the thing was also like, the guy says like, you got to be clean.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you got to be clean. And the first words out of my mouth was, fuck, I got to be clean.
That's great. Now, well, and how come nobody else got up?
Because it was that was the gift to Don. How can we go ahead and bring a clown and humiliate them? It's like, oh, let's use Jeff. We use him for everything. So let's go up. We'll put him against the test of time, and we're going to have a good laugh. Thank you, Rich Rader. Thank you, Don Sill. Thank you so much.
So basically, you're saying you didn't get Don a gift, and that was it.
The gift of laughter.
That's it. Don brings up a good point, and I'm actually agreeing with him. Do not change the way you talk, because that's what makes you stand out. And he's absolutely right about that, 100%.
Yeah, hi. How you doing? Harry, it's between me or Mario Bosco. Either way.
You and Bosco you guys should make some videos together or something.
Listen, how much do people have to hate me to say that now? Come on.
But Liz has a good point. She's like, outdoor comedy is not easy, and Liz goes to like more comedy shows than I've ever been to.
I think Jeff's the only one that goes to more comedy shows than her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, the fact that I went, and you want to know what? I was impressed because that entire wedding party or bachelorette party that was going on, I was amazed. I got a couple of laughs out of them because I was sitting there like, I bet you weren't sitting there getting ready to go like, okay, it's time for comedy, and who's getting ready to sign the divorce papers?
I think they were just celebrating the fact that they when they found out you were a comedian and not the stripper.
It's like, listen, if you think marriage is sad, wait till this guy goes up.
If anybody will talk you out of it, it's that guy.
Oh, God. But anyway, yeah, thank you for putting up that video so everyone knows what it's like to, commit, adultery. Hold on. Let me get going because I have to talk to a guard.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for calling, Jeff.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Has to talk to a guard. Is that code for like he's having like prison, prison guard role play type stuff? I think that's
maybe.
Yeah, that's what I think that was.
Andy said, where was it? He said, "Oh no, the odds were stacked against him when he woke up."
Jones says Bosie is lovable. Elizabeth says happy birthday, Don. Once people do an impression of you, then you're off and running. He's right about that too. Right, he's got some distinctive qualities that make him stand out. And when people are impersonating you, that means you're doing something right. Because then they know who, we're not only doing impression, but other people have to know who we're talking about. So there you go. So there you go. That's that. What's the matter? You getting all quiet? Are we done?
No, you were
Oh.
looking at your paper, so I was being quiet and respectful.
I did want to tell you a story. Something happened to me the other day, and I totally forgot to tell you this. And I see it. I put it in my notes immediately, so I'd have it.
Yeah.
But I forgot about it.
Yeah, let's
so I
hear
see
it.
my notes. So the other day, I'm driving. I'm at a red light. I was going to pick Sammy up from Dayhab.
Okay.
Sitting at a red light. I'm on the service road to the expressway.
Okay.
I'm, I think, 3 or 4 cars back from the red light.
I know where you are. Yeah.
I'm right here. Hi. And I sneezed.
Oh.
No, at you.
Bless
so
you.
I thanks. I kept my head down because I felt another one coming immediately. I felt another one coming. So I kept my head down. And it ended up, and then it disappeared. It didn't come out. But I picked my head up. The first thing I notice is to my left is a car next to me on my left. The guy's yelling at me as he's passing.
Because you sneezed and didn't go fast enough?
Well, I'm looking. I'm like, what the hell's his problem? So then I turned back to face forward and realized the light screen, the cars in front of me are gone.
Yeah.
I mean, gone. It's not like they just started going.
That was a long
They're gone.
sneeze.
Well, like I
Because
said,
lights on Long Island are like 3 minutes long. So.
like I said, I stayed in that position waiting for the next one. So I thought another one was coming. So I sneezed, and I just stayed like this. This guy probably thought I was,
Texting.
doing one of these.
Yeah, or looking
But
at your penis.
Well, no, I'd have to find it. And I think that's why the guy was yelling. He probably thought, look at this jerk.
This guy's
sitting on this,
texting.
right. And these cars are probably a good half mile off the road.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, they were gone. So I was like, it was weird, though. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had a moment like this where something like that happens, like on Seinfeld when Jerry, when the girl thought he was picking his nose, but he wasn't. Mm-hmm. And he
Like you wanted to go find this guy and tell him that
Yeah.
you just were waiting for, I was just waiting for my second sneeze. Like he'd be like, why is
I wasn't
that
on my phone, man. I wasn't on my phone.
He'd be like, why is it any better? Pay attention to what you're doing. Like,
well, because
no, but I wasn't texting. I had to sneeze the second time, but then it didn't come. And you know how that happens sometimes when you want to sneeze the second time, but then it just goes away. It's like maybe you're thinking about it more and it just goes. He's going to be like...
But that's better than texting.
I'm just saying it's not going to change this guy's life. You're still an idiot to this guy.
People have gotten into accidents when they sneeze, and sneezing is something you can't help.
I know. Like, I've actually talked to the kids about that when they're learning how to drive. Like, I'm like, this is, like, even the best drivers have had, a spider fall down from the dashboard in their lap, and they're like, oh, or, they go over a pothole and, hot coffee spills, and, accidents happen that way. Like, you just have to always pay attention and anticipate something weird like that happening. But yeah, she felt bad.
I felt bad, and I wanted to track this guy down and say, it was a sneeze.
It was a sneeze. Twice.
That's what I wanted to do.
But you do text and drive, so you're not especially off the hook.
I have never,
oh my God,
ever missed a green light from texting.
Yeah, but you'll look at your phone when you're like driving.
I am guilty of looking at my phone when
stop
driving.
that.
Yes. I don't do it as much as I used to.
Oh my God.
No, I'm serious. I don't.
That's because like I'll be sitting next to you and I'll be like, do you just want me to write for you? And I would say 80% of the time you're like, yeah, just write this one paragraph. And then other times you're like, no, I got it. I'm like, yeah, you're going to get us killed. That's what you got.
And there's a lot of time it's while sitting at a light or sitting in...
No, that's not true.
Or sitting in traffic. And traffic's not really moving.
Sitting in traffic, that's when you have the accidents. So, not the big dangerous ones, but it's the little fender benders because...
That hasn't happened.
Yet.
Never happened. So
not doing that.
When we die, then when I'm about to go, then I can say, pay up. I haven't had an accident.
I haven't had a fender bender by texting.
Who's the last time
you don't do it all the time at all. But when you do it, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
When was the last time you had a car accident?
I had one accident.
Your whole life? You've only had one car accident?
When I the first few months I was driving.
Really?
Yeah, I was like a stupid 16-year-old who thought she was the shit.
Well, what were you doing driving in 16?
I know, and that's why like
Were you really? Did you really have an accident in 16?
Yeah, I was. I had a major total. I totaled my car.
How'd you get your license at 17?
Well, that. Oh no. Okay, no. I had. It was after I had my license.
Oh, so it had to be 17.
17. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So 17. So I was. So I had my license. I had it for like a few months, and I just thought, oh, I have a license. I am as good of a driver as everyone else. Like, you know, when you're a kid, you don't realize.
Yes.
And then a friend of mine said, you know what we should do? We should go to Great Adventure, New Jersey. And I'm like, cool idea. I can drive.
I did that as soon as just a few months into me driving. I drove down
so
there.
by the time I was driving through Manhattan.
Yeah.
I was making a left, a green, like I had a green arrow. Like it wasn't my fault. It was actually determined completely that it wasn't my fault. But I can promise you that the only reason I had the accident is because I was a new driver. Because I would have seen this guy blowing a red light. I got the green arrow. I go to make the left on this major intersection, and this guy just wasn't even paying attention, and the light was green for a while. Just came in.
Oh boy.
Totaled my car. Both me and my friend were sent to the hospital.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And but
on the way back or on the way there?
There.
Oh, so you didn't even get to enjoy your day at Great Adventure.
No, it was awful.
Bastard.
It was awful. And
were you hurt?
No, I remember for like a couple of weeks, like I think just because like the car, you know, I had that like when my muscles were just sore for like a couple of weeks, and my friend hit her head on the side of, so she didn't pass out right away, but I could tell that she was going to, and so I could hear the ambulance, and I was just talking to her, and it's funny because as soon as I saw the ambulance pull up, I passed out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had a big goose egg bump on the back of my head that felt really good as they taped my head to the stretcher.
Yeah.
And so we both were. I didn't stay overnight. She might have stayed overnight.
Wow.
And it was weird because like my dad was a sergeant right around that area, and he was off, and he was like golfing or something.
Oh, this before he retired?
Yeah. So the whole place was just filled with cops.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of nice.
Daughter. Yeah.
It was kind of nice. It was sweet, you know. But yeah, so then the only other accident I had, it was the weirdest thing. I was in California and I was at a light. So I thought it was an earthquake. So I was at a light and this guy comes on the side of me and just goes so close to my car and takes my front bumper off, like I was like, and I get out of the car and I was like, and he goes, and he was a doctor. He worked at Children's Hospital, and so he goes, I'm sorry. He goes, here's my card. Get your car fixed. I'll pay for everything. Is that okay? And I go, okay. And he goes, I'm an awful driver. It was all my fault. He laughed, and I did. Like I got the car fixed and handed it. He sent me a bill. He's like, yeah, like it's almost like he couldn't figure out where he was in space. But yeah, so that's the only time I ever had anything.
All right.
But you've been like a commercial driver, so you've had like a few things because you spent a lot of time in a car or a truck.
I haven't had a car accident in 24 years.
Yeah, so it's been decades since I've had, like I was a part of that accident. So that's my only one accident where I was a part of.
But I've had several. The worst as a commercial driver, when I first got my commercial driver's license, I got my truck driving license at 19. The first couple of years was a little rough. Like I once like there was like this where I worked at Publishers Clearinghouse. And there was like this half wall next to our loading dock. So I had the license, but I did have some judgment issues. And I once, I was trying to back into the loading dock and I hit the half brick wall and knocked a bunch of bricks out. Mm-hmm. Once I didn't wait for the loading dock, you know, had a garage door and it was going up. And I didn't, I started to back up before it was all the way up. So I, just barely clipped the top. The worst, though, was when I wasn't even driving. I parked the truck on a hill.
Oh boy.
And I put on the emergency brake, but what I also should have done,
put it in gear.
I should have put it in reverse because it's facing this way. So if it's in reverse, it's not. But I put it. I knew to put it in gear always helped.
Yeah.
To stop from rolling, but I put it in first.
No.
So sure, and I get out of the truck to go into the building where I was going to. Sure enough, the emergency brake snapped.
Yeah.
So the thing was in first, and I remember it so well. I remember kind of looking out the door and thinking,
looks like
that
truck looks a lot like my
That's
truck
exactly
running into the traffic.
That's exactly what I did. I was like, man, that look. I kind of did a double take. Man, that looked like my truck. Like
my jacket's in that seat.
Yeah, right.
Like running into those cars.
2 seconds later, a guy came running in. Your truck just rolled down the block. I was like, what? I run out. No, I was.
Was everyone okay? Just tell me everyone was okay.
I run outside. This thing, it went down the street and then, but kind of went like into the opposite side, and it ran into 3 cars that were parked on that side of the road. Totaled all 3 cars, but I remember running out there. I had 2 legs at the time, so I could run. I ran out there. I see the truck against these 3 cars. I fell to my knees. I'm like,
yeah, because
oh no,
what are you gonna say?
But probably like a minute or 2 in, I was actually relieved because maybe like. If it went another 100 feet at the most, maybe even less, it would have gone into an intersection.
Oh yeah.
So I was
This
actually
was just parked cars.
So I was actually relieved that nobody was hurt. It was just parked cars. And how I didn't lose my job after that, I have no idea. But that
especially if your job is driving.
That was the worst.
I don't know. Like that's kind of on them. If I had a business,
it's both.
I would never hire a 17, 18, 19-year-old kid because they're just stupid. You make like big mistakes for a while.
Well, it was actually a weird thing, and this is a little boring, but what happened was I was working there, Publishers Clearinghouse, and the department I worked in the warehouse, there were only 4 of us that worked in there. 2 of us were truck drivers. 1 guy was the boss, and then the other guy was a helper. The helper quit. Like 2 weeks later, the other truck driver had a medical issue. He was out for a couple of months.
No, okay, so they
and then my boss ended up with a medical condition. He was out for a couple of months. I wasn't even there a year. And they're looking at me like I spent so much time on the phone with my boss. He would tell, and this before cell phones.
Did you have a commercial driver's license
no,
at that
but
point?
No,
See, that's just it. You had no business driving.
But that's the thing. They were like, well, you're the only guy here. Like everybody else, they would just throw into the warehouse like on a day-to-day basis from other departments. Help him out. Well, I was doing my truck run and the other guy's truck run. So they said to me, look, we'll pay for everything. Just go get the license.
Right.
So I did. I took the test and the road test and got the license.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a lot of driving, believe it or not. It was all within one town, and maybe once in a while I had to go to a different town.
Yeah.
But so it wasn't that big of a deal.
And you are, other than your, sometimes texting problem, you're an excellent driver. You really are. Like I'm very comfortable in a car with you.
I went on after that
because I like to be the driver.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's just innately in me. Like a lot of times I'm just like, get in the car, I'll drive, whatever.
Well,
and you like to drive even more than I do.
Well, after that, when I worked at the phone company, I had to get a tractor trailer license.
Yeah.
So that made me even a better driver, driving a truck. And like Don said on the phone before, I don't drink. So I was always the guy who was drinking because everybody else, who was driving because everybody else was falling down.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with it. But I do, it has made me, I think, a good driver because I've been behind the wheel for a long freaking time. And I've driven almost every type of vehicle you can think of. Yeah.
Like I've driven like large RVs and I've driven.
I've driven RVs, yeah.
Just like U-Haul things to go cross country and stuff,
I once steered a tank on a driveway. I knew a guy, God bless him, he's been dead for 15 years now, but a good guy, Bob Lilia. He was our local for our union. He was our local president. Fantastic guy. He bought a German tank. He had a tank sitting in his backyard.
It's like Tim the Tool Man or something that like
he did. He
has
had a
like.
tank. And he would drive it. He would drive it on the street, like on Sunday mornings, and there's nobody around. He would take it down the street. Eventually, they would grab him, like put it in parades and stuff. But one day I just on the driveway, and that's it. That's my whole story.
Yeah. Oh, let's get out of here.
Okay, let's get out of here. Let me just read the last few comments.
No.
Bosie's glad he was able to make Don's birthday unique. Plajanos' brother wrecked 3 ambulances within a month and a half when he was a paramedic in Manhattan. Hope there was no patients in there. When Elizabeth drove a minibus, it went on fire and it was gone in less than 10 minutes. Ooh, Elizabeth, tell us more about that tomorrow.
I had a Volkswagen Bug that it was like a 73 Beetle. And if anyone, because like the engines are in the back. And I had the car for a long time. And I just, like, you don't have a lot of people in your car all the time. If anyone sat in the back behind the passenger seat,
get hot?
It would hit a wire it would make the bottom of the seat hit the engine, and then the whole back of the car would like smoke up. And I'd be like, hey, can you move behind me? And they'd be like, the whole place is, I'm like, it'll just go away after a while.
Not we should get out?
No, because once you didn't sit in that seat, it wouldn't smoke anymore.
That's a lot more dangerous than any texting I'm doing.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. But
Oh, yeah, it's only a car that's going on fire.
who's smoking? All right, bye, everyone.
All right, today is Monday, so we have Steve Squared at 6:30. We got The Wort with Mike, Pete, and Steve at 8 o'clock. And then we're back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Tuesday Trivia. No guests or anything tomorrow, do we?